What's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and it's time again to take a look at what sold.
Mountain Man
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel. My name is Troy. I am a part-time reseller based out of Montana, and we do multiple kinds of videos on this channel, but at the root of it is reselling. It's about going into, right now, garage sales, but also thrift stores, estate sales, sometimes even the big box stores. It doesn't really matter. Going in there, buying something that is undervalued, and then selling it for a profit online. Now, you can do that on multiple platforms. For me, I've decided that I'm going to do that on eBay. We've dabbled in other stuff. I played on Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Poshmark, Etsy. You know, I've gone through them, but I like eBay, and I don't really do the cross-listing thing. It became too much for me. Like I said, I do this part-time, and I try to streamline pretty much everything as much as I can. And so I stick to one platform, and eBay treats us well. And so what we're going to do here is take a look at what sold over the last several days out of my eBay store. I guess this is going from about Tuesday through, this is midday on Thursday, just to give you the time frame of how long we're talking about. Before we jump in, though, I do want to mention a couple people came in and graciously bought a coffee for me, or I think they actually went to Mountain Mama. She enjoys her coffee, and actually, you know what she enjoys? I have it memorized. She wants the 16-ounce White Russian with skim milk and only 2 shots. Right now, it's pretty hot, so let's do that iced. See that? I've got that thing memorized. I just look at the menu and decide what looks good that day. But a couple of you came in and bought a coffee for us, so that's really, really cool, and I appreciate it. Nita J came in and said she appreciated the Monday motivation, so I appreciate you watching. I really, really do. Everyone who watches this channel, you don't know how much that means. And for the folks that say, hey, you motivated me or you taught me something, or that's why we're doing this. So I sure appreciate that. And then Ray Lilly came in, and the comment was a thumbs up. So thumbs up back at you. And thank you for that. And again, surely appreciate that. So let's jump into what sold, and we'll take a look. We'll start at the back end, and then we'll work our way back up to the most recent what sold. And we'll start it off with these guys. These are vintage plastic clown figurines, a lot of 6. I put on the listing creepy and colorful. You know, you want to get your keywords in there. I picked up 3 different lots of these at an estate sale. Ended up getting them for free. It was the second day of the sale, and they said, hey, just take them. And these sold. Took an offer of $9 plus shipping. So not bad, pretty easy to list and to throw in a box. Then we sold some more of our Star Wars figures. That's going to be a theme as we continue through the next couple of weeks till I run out of them. These 1977, this one, Tusken Raider, didn't have his weapon. He did have his original cape. Sold him for $10. And then also sold a 1977 Stormtrooper. That one had his original blaster, so that was really cool. All of these, or almost all of these, were complete. We sold him for $22, and then we combined those two. That was to one buyer, so all in $32 plus shipping there. Refunded him the difference, combined those 2 orders. Then we sold to a viewer. Allie came in, big Harry Potter fan, and bought the deluxe collectible Quidditch trunk box set of the Bludgers, Quaffle, the Snitch. It's all Harry Potter stuff. And Allie paid $19.76 plus shipping for that. I paid a few bucks, I think, at a garage sale for that. Then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We're now all out of these. These were our last 3. I don't expect that we'll get any more. They were hard to come by. I got 10, ran out, and managed to scrape up another 10, but I don't think I'll do that or be able to do that again. I'd love to do it. They sold very well, but just not able to do that. Sold all 3 of them. One was at $30 and change, one $100, and one at $50, but came to a deal on that of $150, and so did issue a refund for the difference there. So again, thank you so much. It means a lot when you guys come into the store and make purchases. We sold something then on the complete opposite end of that. We didn't make hardly anything off of it, but it is like JoJo. It's 100% profit. We sold this Hot Wheels car, this $1.99 plus shipping. Then Fear Street. Fear Street right now is on Netflix, guys. And Fear Street on Netflix, a series of, I think, 3 movies. They're releasing them in back-to-back-to-back weeks. And they're loosely based on this guy, R.L. Stine. People know that he wrote the Goosebumps books. He also wrote a series of young adult books. And they were called Fear Street. And these movies loosely based on that. That's why these are selling all of a sudden. And they did sell for pretty good price before, but they have seen a price bump. We sold one last week, and now we sold this one. This one was for $20.09 plus medium mail shipping. Then we've got another viewer sale. Picked up a couple of items, both Star Wars items. Robert came in and got the 8x10 press production photo of Luke and Leia as they're getting ready to swing off the rope off of Jabba's skiff. Really cool photo. That was $9.48. I think I sent out an offer on that one for 5% off, and took me up on that. And then the 1980 Star Wars Empire Strikes Back poster. This was from the Weekly Reader Book Club. Really a cool poster. I thought it was a cool image. Didn't see any others really like this. And this one was $13.99. So all in $23.47 plus the combined shipping on those. And Robert, here's Robert's store up here. Go check it out. Flipping the PNW. That's Pacific Northwest. Said fan of the show and also a reseller. So, Robert, I sure appreciate that. It means a lot, especially coming from another reseller. You know, you understand how this works, and I so appreciate the support of everybody that watches the show and then that takes that extra step and comes in and buys something out of the store. It's unexpected, and it's honestly, every time it's very humbling to hear from you guys when you do that. So thank you, Robert. Those are on their way. I hope you enjoy those. Then we sold a video game. This is Hitman for the PlayStation 2. This one was complete, had the manual and everything, very clean disc, but just not a super expensive game. This one, $7.99. This we just picked up this last weekend. It's going to be a little bit before I even get the video together for this, and it already sold. The Mountain. Keep an eye out for The Mountain. There is a lot of it. Some of it sells pretty well. Depends on, like anything else, the size. Depends on the subject matter, but they all have a pretty standard look. A lot of times when you see it, you know it's probably The Mountain. Look at this guy. This is from 2001. The older stuff does tend to sell a little bit better for me anyway. And a lot of the Mountain stuff, if not all of it, all the stuff that I've ever found from the Mountain is tie-dye. And it's tie-dyed with a graphic on there. And this one was some wild horses running. I thought it was a really cool image. Paid, I think, $1 for it, 50 cents or $1 for it this past weekend. And it sold overseas, 31.52 pounds. So Great British pounds, that one going to the UK. We sold another Mountain shirt coming up. Keep an eye out for that one. That one a little bit newer. We also sold something else overseas, this through eBay Standard International Delivery, I believe also headed to the UK, and picked up from the same sale where I picked up that Mountain t-shirt. This one is a new and sealed pack of Terminator 2 Judgment Day trading cards. I actually picked up 2 boxes of this, new and sealed, and one of them has already sold $20.09 plus that international shipping. Then we sold a couple of animation cells. It's been a while since we've sold animation cells, and if you saw the thumbnail for the video talking about, you know, how long do you leave something listed? Do you a lot of people talk about end an item and then sell similar or relist, you know, whichever you do, or get in and tweak the title so that it bumps it up to the top of the algorithm, right? Or maybe take new photos or change the description, do something to refresh it and bump it back up. There's some truth to that. I mean, you can't say that there's not. If you end an item and then sell similar, it's a new item on the list. New items on the list tend to get bumped up to the top. Somebody else might see it. But maybe it comes to down to that streamlining thing that I talked about. Maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. I don't think that's it. I think it's the streamlining thing. I've got too many items on there. We're now over 1,000 items actually listed in the store. I don't have the time. I don't have the desire, frankly, to go back through the older listings and tinker with them. You know, I'm more concerned with listing the new stuff that I have. I want to deal with that and not go back and mess around with old listings. It might help, but I also sort of subscribe to the idea that everything's going to find a buyer eventually, right? Somebody is going to, it might not be top on the list, but if you have good pictures, if you have a good description, the one thing that might really matter is the price, because things do go up and down in price. So that is the one drawback to my method, because prices, they change and the market changes. And so with me not going back to the old stuff, I'm not taking advantage. I might not sell something because it's priced too high now, and I might sell something for too cheap because the market, for whatever reason, all of a sudden spiked. I'll be okay with that. You know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to eat that one way or the other, because my focus is on new stuff. And these right here, look, it's an animation production cell. These are really cool. I love selling these. This is from Star Wars Droids. This one, $13.99. And then we sold another one, $14.99. Both of these off of offers that I sent out. I picked up a watcher on it, sent out a good offer on both of them because they have been listed. I think these are listed now a year or more. And randomly somebody came upon them. They liked them. I sent them a quick offer. That shows you the power of offers as well. Whenever you see you've got a watcher on something, especially if it's something you want to move, send them a good offer. So I sent a good offer on these, and the same person bought them both. And so now something that's been listed more than a year is out the door. That's 100% profit on that. Here, the 1980s Snow Trooper. I got an offer. I think I had these listed at about $19 a piece, but I got an offer from one person on two of them for $15 a piece. So I thought, you know what? Yeah, that's not bad. Instead of $40, they paid $30, plus they paid shipping. Yeah, that's good enough for me. So a $30 order on a pair of Stormtroopers. And then I sold another Hot Wheels. Again, this one is an older one. This was from the beginning of the year. And we sold this guy a little bit better, $7.99 plus shipping. Here's the Mountain. This is another one we bought 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. Not quite as old, but still an older listing. This is the fire-breathing dragon. Weird that I sold one, the Mountain shirt, and all of a sudden then I sold the other one that hadn't gotten any interest either. I don't know why that happens. Weird things happen on eBay sometimes. This went for $20.09 plus shipping. The 1991 Hot Wheels. Again, I haven't sold any Hot Wheels for weeks, and all of a sudden they start moving. I don't know. This is the 91 Blue Card Ramp Truck. It's yellow, it's white. I sold this one for $3.99 plus international shipping. Tools of Titans. This just a hardcover book, pretty decent book. It has a good sell-through rate, but not for a high dollar, $6.99 plus media mail shipping. Another one that's a year plus. I found this during last year's garage sales. A vintage Los Angeles Lakers t-shirt. I was trying to sell this last year, I think during the finals. I thought, oh, surely this is going to go. It didn't. It just sat. Really cool vintage shirt. And it ended up going international. This one went to France for 50.81 euros. So I think that's about 60 bucks US. So after fees and after shipping, we make 35, 40 bucks off of this t-shirt. I paid $1 for it. So great profit. It took a while to get, right? And it sat for a long time, but how much room is that taken up? And eventually the right buyer found it, especially if you're selling in front of a worldwide market. You've got a lot of eyes looking potentially at your stuff, and eventually somebody is going to find it. Next thing that we sold, this Vampire Hunter D. It's a 3-figure PVC set from Dark Horse. It originally had a plastic cover on the outside of the box. That plastic window was lost to time, but paid, I think, $3 for this at a garage sale a few weeks ago. and somebody sent me an offer of 20 bucks since it was missing the window. And I said, hey, you know, I had it listed about 30. I said, you know what, I'll meet you in the middle at 25, and it's still a pretty good deal because these generally sell for quite a bit more than that if they're intact new. And they took me up on it. So $25 plus priority shipping. Then we sold a ratchet. We sold this Thorson 1/4-inch drive fine tooth ratchet, $8.50 plus shipping. Sold an ornament, this a Hallmark keepsake from 2017, $14.73 plus shipping. Another thing that we picked up a couple months ago or so, this a DVD set, The Edge of Time, sold for $9.99 plus media mail shipping. Then we sold couple more Star Wars figures. I know I've said it a lot, but I'm going to say it more because we've got more left. And the cool thing is this, you might remember in my last video, we sold that Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi figure for $199.99 plus priority shipping, $200 on a figure. It got to the buyer and he sent me a message and said, you know, how beautiful, he left feedback saying how beautiful it was. It was exactly as described, loved it, great shipping, you know, all of that. And then he sent me a message and said, hey, I got the Star Wars figure today. I'm going to buy a couple more. Will you combine shipping? Well, yeah. You know, I mean, we would have anyway, right? But this is a return customer. He's already spent a lot of money with us. And so certainly combined the shipping. He came in and bought this guy. This is from 1983. This is Reese, complete with his weapon. And then also he picked up Emperor Palpatine. He's from 1984. The combined order on that, $42.87. Then we refunded him, I think it was about $5 or something in shipping. Once we put those two orders together, they only weighed, I think it was 5 ounces. Those figures are very, very light. So very cool that we got a return customer after they bought a very expensive item. I love seeing that good feedback and love seeing them come back. That means they were happy. I like it. Then we sold something else, Star Wars 1980 Hoth Imperial at Driver. This one pretty cool, $19.76 plus shipping. And we sold the Play-Doh set, and not for a ton. There are a few more of these out there than I realized. Not a ton, but it's fairly readily available. If my box would have been in better shape, we certainly could have got more money for this. But still, pretty good turnaround. $28.63 for this, plus international shipping up to Canada. And that's what we've sold at this point. We do have a couple other things that they've accepted offers, or I accepted their offer, and they've not yet paid, though it's fairly recent. So we'll see. I have faith that those are going to come through, and we'll share those on the next video. So that's the what sold for today, guys. I sure appreciate you hanging out with us. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below. My contact information down below as well. And I'm going to see if we can't get a garage sale video cut together for you for this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. We should be dropping a garage sale video. I might dip into the 50-mile garage sale footage and see if we can't get something put together for you from that. So that's what we got today. We're going to cut it off. We'll see you. Bye.